Yeah, practicing up there. And,
back in the swing.
Yeah, back in the swing.
I've been meaning to call on
Yeah, I'd love to sit down with you.
How are you? I know
that,
Tiffany probably stays in touch, right?
Yeah, no, we stay in touch.
James, good morning.
Hi.
So, how are you?
Nice
Good.
to see you. Have you seen Andrew?
Hey, Jerry, nice to see you. Have you met Jim Chase, the tracker for the Democratic Party?
Jeff.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Jeff. My dad's name.
Forgive me. You're going to block him.
Andrew.
No. I introduced him.
Are you getting tracked already?
It started.
That's a great sign. Good.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
No,
I'm
honored.
That's a sign of real strength.
Yeah.
So awesome.
And I apologize, Jeff.
That's
You'll get his name right before the end of the cycle.
We're actually going to carpool to save on gas.
Good.
Mr. Chairman.
Well, I am at your disposal whenever you're ready.
Here for this momentous occasion. Well, thank you. We are honored to have you present, and this is indeed a momentous occasion. I think it's fair to say it's the most momentous occasion we've had since October 20th.
Certainly a significance to it, Senator. So
thank you.
Why don't you carry on with? You going to start your affair right now?
Got someone else here?
You got a few minutes.
I'm not sure I do. Good morning.
Hi,
How are you?
Stephanie. Record Journal.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Thanks for
How are
inviting
you?
us down.
Oh, you're very welcome. Maybe we'll give just a couple more minutes, but there may be some folks that are
It's not 10:30 yet.
So it's not 10:30 yet. Well, then we shouldn't certainly go early.
Never jump a press conference.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. You going to cover the race for the Record Journal?
Yes.
The cycle?
I am.
Excellent. It's going to be a good one.
It is. Definitely. I like it.
Well, every once in a while, I get out my very special Republican.
I was going to say it.
I figured today, in honor of Senator Caligiuri's endorsement, I would bring it up.
Your record journal?
Yes.
Sherry Labriola, State Chairman.
How are you?
How are you,
And Anna
James
subscribed.
Jabakis?
How do you do?
There
we
go.
go.
That's why I say hi to my local paper.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice to meet you.
She's part of our
Wait a minute, can I read Ameriborn news every morning?
Oh, we're going to bring out the big guns. I know, when you had Kathleen. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, nice to have met you. Oh, it's a pleasure. Yeah, I'll do whatever Kathleen tells me to. So.
That's why I'm here for this as well.
Some things haven't changed. So.
I follow you.
I'm looking forward to getting to know the community.
So what's going on?
I'm working.
Nice to see you.
Does it feel like
With Michael?
Yeah,
all the time that's gone by since we were both running?
You know, it
It's
seems
weird,
like
isn't it?
just yesterday on somebody they are addressing eternity.
Oh, phosphorus, yeah.
I got to tell you, we were on Cub Scouts past,
we're hoping to
so
change
it's
the rules of the
And
Looks like it would
community.
make sense, yeah.
I dove.
And that's a problem with Cheshire Southern.
Well, that's okay. You can't be a good chairman without it. It was one of the reasons why it just wasn't a good fit.
Yeah, so
Just look for ways.
anyways, this is a great town. You live here as
I
well?
don't actually not live here. No, but I cover it. So
But you might as
it's great
well
to cover.
live
Yeah,
here.
I should live here. It'd be a
probably
lot
know more
easier
about it
for
than
me.
anyone who does
I
live
do.
here.
It'd be a lot easier to live here than it
More money.
It was never about the money, you know. You definitely,
The man's got to work
about the
though.
money.
The nice thing about the 5th District is you can pretty much get, from our home, you can get anywhere in the 5th District within less than an hour.
I got
A shade.
a private interview with
You can almost anywhere in Connecticut.
Well, that's true. I guess, but I mean, from my house to get to Stonington takes
Very
a couple
true.
of
Yes,
hours.
that's true.
So I'm glad I'm not.
Yeah, you could be farther.
I wanted
away,
you to meet Tammy Tarak. She's one of the peer staff people.
Lucky.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Yesterday we did an event on the shores of Bantam Lake,
back where I can.
and it was so beautiful. I mean, it felt like the March sun. There was ice on Bantam Lake, but a lot of the other lakes in my district don't have ice on them.
Well, they live in the middle.
Lake Roraback, Twin Lakes.
I lived in Greenberg a couple years ago.
Right, that's how I know your name.
Pardon me?
So I think after last one, we just overpassed.
Yeah, well, exactly. This is our reward for enduring.
We had our winter.
And so you're covering the 5th. You're helping. That's great. You guys had good success.
So far.
There, I described. Your
Where are you guys from?
Bloomfield.
With campaign.
Oh, campaigns. See, last time I tried to give him that answer, and then he okay, no, I'm asking where, like, where you
Jeff is with the Democratic State Central Committee.
Yes, yeah.
position. I know the position.
Who are you with?
CT News Junkie.
Okay.
You would think you.
Greenberg's campaign.
We've got Bob tried to call me. We traded calls yesterday.
You're with Mark Greenberg's campaign?
Right.
We've got some new ideas. So,
I missed you last time.
Yeah.
you got clients. We're the mothership client. We're the one that doesn't go away.
We'll wait like 3 more minutes. So that works.
Did you see Christine's article from last week?
Yeah, he's really
Yes. Oh yeah. No, that's all anyone was talking about. We got Kevin Lembo and Denise Merrill. Like, well, what about us? Yeah, we're the story here. It was. Yeah. Colin Macker. I mean, everybody just. Were you there, or
I wasn't there.
You just read it? Yeah, read the comments?
How old's your baby now? That's awesome. That's awesome. I still remember when your wife was pregnant.
Oh. That's nice. Love to hear that. Keep it up.
Yeah, well, it happens.
And then I'm going to go down.
So you went to Mark, or what are you doing? Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's announcing in the 5th.
All right, Senator, what do you think?
I think it's showtime.
Good luck in the moment.
You have everybody here you wanted to have here? Okay.
One person I wanted to have here.
It's like a tree falling in the forest, you know, no one hears it.
Ready for more?
Alex Clark.
I know. I'm going to show up myself. Yeah. Interference.
This is your event.
Great. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sam Caligiuri, former state senator representing Waterbury, Wolcott, Southington, and the great town of Cheshire, and also the Republican nominee for Congress in 2010. And it's a real privilege and an honor for me to be here this morning, and I want to thank each of you for being here this morning. You know, I've devoted the better part of my adult life to serving the people of this region in one form or another. As an alderman in Waterbury, then as president of the Board of Aldermen, as acting mayor of the city, as a state senator for 4 years, 2 terms, representing, among other towns, the great town of Cheshire, and then attempting to serve as this region's congressman by running for Congress last cycle. And when I think about the 5th Congressional District, there is nothing that I want more for it than to have it be represented by an individual of the highest integrity and unparalleled devotion to serving the public, and who has such a clear and proven understanding of what it takes to get the economy growing again. And I'm here this morning because I believe that person is Andrew Roraback. From a policy perspective, and I've had the privilege of serving with him in the Senate for the last 4 years, there is no question in my mind that Andrew understands that from a policy perspective, what we need in order to be able to get jobs growing again are policies that keep spending under control, because that's necessary to keeping marginal effective tax rates low, and we have to fight back on regulations that are unduly burdensome and make it that much harder for businesses to do what they do best, which is to grow jobs. Those are the types of policies that Andrew has been advocating as a state legislator for many years, most recently as the ranking member on the Finance Committee, where he was on the forefront of fighting against tax increases that were going to make it harder for us to grow jobs in Connecticut. In terms of his personal integrity and his devotion to public service, I defy anyone to find someone else who has served in public life who can match Andrew's proven commitment to serving the people he represents and his personal integrity. I know from watching him make decisions that whether it was a big vote or a small vote, he always at the end of the day said, what is the right thing for me to do for my constituents? And that was how he made every decision he made as a state legislator. And I defy anyone here or watching to find a state legislator who has even equaled Andrew's commitment to serving the public, as evidenced in part by the fact that he has cast over 8,600 votes without missing a single vote. That is exactly the kind of consistency and steadiness of service to the public that we desperately need in the 5th District, and which I know Andrew will deliver on as the next congressman from the 5th Congressional District. And so that's why I'm happy to be here, and with all due respect to the other excellent candidates on the Republican side in the 5th District race, all of whom I like and respect, there is no question in my mind that the best candidate and the person who will do our best job as congressman is State Senator Andrew Roraback. And that's why I'm here, happy to be here this morning to endorse him and to offer him my unqualified support for the balance of the campaign. Andrew, good luck.
Thank you very much, Senator. Thank you And thank you all for being here. I think it's fair to say that there have been a lot of high points since I announced my candidacy for Congress on October 20th. But no point in this campaign has meant more to me than Sam being here today and offering his unqualified endorsement. In 2010, if the economy were then what it is now, if we had endured 3 successive years of the Obama administration's mishandling of our economy, Sam Caligiuri would be the congressman from the 5th District. I'm confident that never have the stars been better aligned for a member of our party to take back this seat and to represent the people of Cheshire and Ameriborn and Waterbury and the other 38 towns in this district. What takes place on Main Street in Cheshire is affected by what takes place at the United States Capitol. And we stand here because of a shared commitment to make life better for people on Main Street, not just in Cheshire, but on every Main Street in the United States of America, and particularly the 5th District of Connecticut. I have a lot of colleagues that I've served with in the state legislature, hundreds of them over the years, but I have very few friends. And I'm proud to count Sam and Lori as my friends. Kara and I are proud to count them as our friends. And I am delighted to have earned the support of Senator Caligiuri as I continue this campaign in Congress. I'm going to continue to earn the support of every constituent or potential constituent as I make my way around the district. So I'm delighted to be here. I thank you very much. I look forward to working with you, Sam, until November 6th at 8 o'clock. And at that point, we can put up our feet and the people will have spoken. Indeed. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Senator Caligiuri. I also want to recognize the chairman of our state party, Jerry Labriola. Thank him for being here today. I think that our party stands poised to regain a prominent position on the landscape here in Connecticut. Only 6 years ago, we had 3 Republican members of Congress. I'm hoping we can go back to that state of affairs come November. So thanks for being here. We're happy to field any questions should you have them.
What made you choose Cheshire as the location? You're from Goshen, I believe, Senator Roraback, and you're from Southington. What made you pick Cheshire?
It was closest to my house. I live right around the corner.
Well, Sam and I talked about, first of all, Sam's coming from work and I'm coming from work, so as a practical matter, Cheshire was a good place for us to meet. But more importantly, I think Cheshire is representative of the 41 communities in the 5th Congressional District. It's a mid-sized suburban town made up of hard-working people that are struggling more than ever to make ends meet. And Sam and I thought that the people of Cheshire represent, as well as the people of any of the communities in this district, the people who we are going to reach out to for support in the weeks and months ahead.
Did it have anything, did you know that Lisa Wilson Foley is having a fundraiser here for Dr. William Pettit?
I did not know that. I did not receive an invitation, so I was not aware of that.
I believe you're the only Republican in the state that's been endorsed by NARAL. Is that true?
No, I don't believe that's true.
Were you endorsed by NARAL?
I have been endorsed by NARAL.
Okay. Former Senator Caligiuri, you were very pro-life in your campaign. How do you support somebody that was endorsed by NARAL?
My convictions remain what they've been, but what's really important to me is that Andrew is a person of the highest possible character and integrity, and the central issue of this campaign is going to be getting our economy growing again. And there's no question in my mind that Senator Roraback not only understands what we need to do to get jobs growing again, but has a record of voting that way consistently in the legislature. That is the central defining issue of this campaign in my judgment. And on that issue and on a lot of other issues, Senator Roraback is extremely strong. And times are so difficult, and the challenges we face are so dire that we need to send to Washington someone who has felt the incredible pressure of sitting in the caucus room and having to make a tough decision, sometimes when your party doesn't want you to make it, but because you think it's the right thing to do. That's what I've seen Senator Roraback do. That's what he's going to do on the tough issues that matter to the people in this district, starting first and foremost with getting the economy growing again. Any other questions?
There's a lot of talk about partisan gridlock in Washington. You're known as kind of a New England Republican. Do you think if you're elected to Congress, you'll be willing to, break step with the party?
Well, I don't run from my political stripe. I am a New England Republican, and quite frankly, I think that's the voice which is conspicuous by its absence in the national debate and desperately needed in the national debate. I am a Republican, make no mistake about that. I think anyone who's watched me serve in Hartford as the ranking member of the Finance Committee understands that. But I'm an American before I'm a Republican. And I don't think that partisan advantage should be the end game of political life. I've always thought that advancing the common good ought to be the end game of public service. So when I go to Washington, I'm there not to serve my party, but to serve the interests of the American people. I believe that the Republican principles are the best principles for our future, but I have no intention of hunkering down in a bunker. Quite frankly, the paralysis that's gripping our nation is a disservice to all of us, whatever your political affiliation.
If I may just add to that, when I was a freshman senator, I spent some time going around to more senior senators, including Democrats, saying, help me understand as a freshman and as a member of the minority party what I need to do to be in the best position to actually get something done here. And time and again, people said to me, look to Andrew Roraback as a role model. And I saw repeatedly how Senator Roraback was willing and able to work because he had earned the respect of people of both political parties. I never for a moment saw Andrew compromise his core beliefs and his core principles. And yet at the same time, he had earned the kind of respect, person to person, that you only do when you have the kind of integrity that Andrew does. That allowed him to get a lot done for his constituents. That's the kind of approach to governing we need in Washington, because you don't have to choose between finding a way to compromise where appropriate and your convictions. That's a false choice. Andrew will never cave on his core convictions. He never did it once in the 4 years we served together. But notwithstanding that, he had an incredible skill and willingness to work with people of all different mindsets and persuasions. That is one of the reasons why I'm standing with him, because it not only is what has made him a great legislator, it's going to be what makes him our strongest candidate, and most importantly, the best member of Congress we can have for the 5th.
Okay.
Thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you all in the weeks and months ahead. This campaign is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and today we add to the team someone that's going to be running with us from now until November 6th, and I couldn't be more grateful and humbled to have earned Sam's support. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done, Senator. My pleasure.
Thank you for your service.
Anytime. Anytime. Record Journal need anything?
I'm good, thank
You're
you.
good?
Yeah, I'm listening
Alright.
to everybody. Thank you very much.
Good.
Yeah, I need a hug.
Thank you.
Oh, you're the real reason I made it up, you know.
How you doing?
We have several candidates running in the 5th Congressional District, and I'm confident
I got to talk to Bill.
after we've chosen our nominee and we unite as a party that the voters of the 5th Congressional District will turn to the common sense leadership and fiscal conservative policies of our candidate, and we will return this seat to Republican hands. Well, I pledge to be an honest broker, to ensure that we have a fair and open nominating process. I'm very pleased and encouraged by the fundraising numbers of all 5 of our candidates. I think that it speaks to the enthusiasm that our base has, our donor base, that how important it is that we put forth a very strong, well-funded candidate to compete for this race. The leading Democrat contender, Speaker Donovan, his record is clear. He's the author of the largest tax increase in the history of the state of Connecticut, and throughout his career he has given preferential treatment to government union bosses over I think, the interests of the taxpayers and the hardworking families of the 5th Congressional District.
All right, Director.
That's good stuff I just gave you.
You worry about doing your job, I will do my job. Okay? So you go do your job, and
No, first of all, you started with some kind of like assertion, some notion that I'm supporting somebody else. What do you mean? What? Do what?